welcome to ABC Sports coverage in full of the 1983 Grand Final. The game between Hawthorn and Essendon could well mark the final appearance of a Grand Final at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, if the VFL has its wish and moves the 1984 Grand Final to VFL Park. Hawthorn with more finals experience and certainly grand final experience, and the Bombers hardly with anything. Rene Kink with most of the experience for them, all gained at Collingwood before he transferred to Essendon this year. The Bombers are in their first grand final for 15 years, and they haven't won one since 1965. Of course, Hawthorn's last victory in the Premiership was 1978. Both teams named 23 players at selection on Thursday night. The day dawned a little bit overcast and there was a bit of rain, but in time for the start of the big game, it cleared up beautifully, sunny skies, and the arena at the MCG in front of a packed house looks absolutely magnificent, with the green almost the condition of a billiard table. With me on commentary will be Tim Lane and Peter Booth, and we join Peter as we take you down to the surface.
The crowd roars for the start of the 1983 Grand Final.
Paddles, and the ball goes out of bounds. And there's the siren. Hawthorn are premiers. Alan Jeans, who coached St Kilda in 1966 to a one-point win, has now coached Hawthorn in 83 to a record win by 83 points. A magnificent victory to Hawthorn by 83 points, a new Grand Final winning record margin. They led by 18 points at quarter time after kicking 5-6 to 3 straight goals. They stretched it to 57 points at half time and a magnificent 87 points at three-quarter time. And at that stage, Essendon had managed only 1-3 in the middle two quarters. The Bombers came home a little bit in the last quarter, in fact outscored Hawthorn to give the final margin 83 points. Lee Matthews kicked 6 goals, Byrne kicked 3, 2 apiece to Judge, Loveridge and Green. And for Essendon, the only double goal scorer was Terry Danaher, their captain, who kicked 2 goals. Reported from the game, Judge and Byrne for Hawthorn, and Roger Merritt of Essendon was reported for 2 separate incidents. And so Hawthorn's great victory proves once again that it's impossible so far to win the grand final from 4th or 5th place. Essendon had made the grand final from the elimination final and had high hopes of going on to themselves create a record in being the first team to go from there to win. Well, they created a record all right, but it was in losing by a record margin. Hawthorn were absolutely magnificent. They won all their 3 finals games. Perhaps the rest that they had by winning the second semi-final was a vital factor, because Essendon had to play on every day of the finals, and it just wasn't a contest on Grand Final Day 1983. All the plaudits to Hawthorn. Alan Jeans, he won a premiership in 1966. That was St Kilda. He came back with Hawthorn in 1983. Colin Robertson wins the Norm Smith Medal for a superb performance in obliterating Tim Watson and then going on for nearly 30 possessions. He receives the medal from games record holder Kevin Bartlett. The Premiership Cup is accepted by Hawthorn's captain Lee Matthews. His 4th premiership in 15 years with the Hawks, but his first as skipper. They're indeed a happy team at Hawthorn.
We're a happy team at Hawthorn. We're the mighty fighting horse. We love our club and we play to win, riding the bumps with a grin at Hawthorn. Come what may, you'll find us striving. Teamwork is the thing